All right, here we are, my friends. We are going to do a slow and steady flow today. So you're seeing Kanti, maybe for the last time in Hawaii. Yeah, she leaves to come to go to Florida next week and then back home and then back home. So we will be grateful to have her back. And maybe she can bring some of that sunshine from both Hawaii and Florida. Yeah, that would be good. Bring it all back home to us. So slow and steady flow today with a focus on strengthening and stretching the hips. So when the hips are tight, they can pull things out of alignment, but also when the hips are a little bit out of alignment, it can tighten the muscle. So what comes first, the chicken or the egg? We don't know, but it is useful to recognize and acknowledge that we need both strength and flexibility. So that's what we'll focus on today. And yeah, let's ground for a moment and just feel into the earth, feel into this incredible land that we are on, the Kanaka people of Hawaii. They're on Big Island. And the Coast Salish people of the Pacific Northwest, including Tulalip and Duwamish tribes. May we continue to show up for the land, for the water, for ourselves and each other, for plants, for animals, for all of the natural resources. Can we create a relationship that feels sacred, one of reciprocity? And this is a very yogic concept. There is a chant in yoga, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And that chant translates to, may my actions in some way support the freedom and happiness of all beings. And so the more that we can see the plants as beings, the water as a being, the more we see the fire of the sun as a being, the wind in the trees as a being, the more we're called into alignment. We are called into a relationship with nature that is one of prayer and reverence and reciprocity. We'll open with that chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. When you're ready, we'll come to standing at the top of the mat. We'll start our playlist in 3, 2, 1, push play. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. Step your right toes to the back of the mat. Dip the hips, lift the heart, breathe in. Straighten your left leg, breathe out. Stay for an inhale. Bend the knee. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Big deep breath in here. And then frame that front foot. Make your way to the long edge of your mat and fold forward over your legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Move yourself toward the back of the mat, framing that right foot. Bend the right knee, lift your heart, take a deep breath in. Straighten the leg. Stay for an inhale and bend the knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, plank to hold for 5 breaths. Knees can always come down. When you're ready, shift forward on your toes. Lower to the earth. Cobra pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your left leg to the sky. And draw your left knee in towards your belly, chest, or nose. Step that foot forward. Dip the hips, lift the heart, breathe in. Straighten the left leg, breathe out. Stay for an inhale. Bend the knee. Lift that left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. And then frame the foot, come all the way to the long edge of the mat and fold forward. And deep breath in, and long breath out. Halfway lift on the inhale. And then make your way all the way to face forward, framing that right foot, bend the right knee, lift the heart, breathe in. Straighten the leg, breathe out. Stay for an inhale. Bend the knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. Frame the foot, plank. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Stay for your inhale. And your exhale. Come forward a little and lower to the earth. Nice. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. You might pedal. You might sway. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time lean to the right. So you could grab hold of your left wrist if you like that, or you could reach the right fingertips down, left fingertips over. Whatever you choose with your hands, root especially through the pinky toe edge side of that left foot. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. So perhaps grabbing the right wrist or bringing the left fingertips down, rooting through that outer edge of the right foot. Inhale back to center. Cactus like the arms shine the heart up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift on the inhale. Step your left toes to the back of the mat. Here, dip the hips, lift the heart, and then straighten that right leg, but flex the toes up toward the sky. Staying here, breathing into the calf, breathing into the hamstring. And then bend that right knee and reach that right arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. And make your way to the long edge of the mat, but this time Skandasana, flowing side to side, side to side. You could have your hands on the ground, or you could have them up. You could get down real low. You could get down kind of medium. However you get down, you get down. And deep breath in, long breath out. And then you're gonna spin your way to face the back of your mat, framing that left foot. Dip the hips, lift the heart. Take a deep breath in here. And then straighten that leg and flex the toes up toward the sky and stay breathing into the calf, the hamstring, whatever you might feel here. A couple more breaths. And then plank pose. This time, come onto your right side for side plank. Remember, right knee could be down. You could stack your feet. You could stagger your feet, or you could lift the top leg, whatever makes sense for you on this side. And take another deep breath in. Come back to plank. And onto the left side. This side's different side, has different lived experience. How can we practice equity in the body? Supporting this side for whatever the side needs, not forcing it into the same pose as the one on the right. Come back to plank. Shift your way forward. Try to lower halfway down. Knees could come down first, Chaturanga Dandasana, and then Cobra or upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Your right leg lifts. Draw your right knee in toward your belly, chest, or even your nose. Step that foot forward between the hands. Dip your hips, lift your heart, and straighten that right leg. Flex your toes up towards your face. Stay for a deep breath in. Bend the knee and reach your right arm up to the sky. Big inhale. And then to the long edge of your mat for Skandasana, flowing side to side, side to side. And then facing forward, framing that left foot, dip the hips, lift the heart, breathe in. Straighten that left leg, flex your toes up towards your face. Stay for a deep breath in. Bend that left knee. Lift your left arm to the sky. Inhale. Plank pose. Onto your right side, side plank. One breath. Deep breath in. Back to plank. Onto the left side. Deep breath in. Back to plank. Shift forward onto your toes. Inhale. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. You might pedal. You might sway. And then walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Palms to the heart, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Let your arms rinse out a little bit overhead. Let your head go. You might nod your head, yes. You might nod your head, no. Release your hands, rise all the way up. Big inhale. And palms pass through the heart for mountain pose. Again, just like this. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, deep breath in. Long breath out. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, interlace the arms behind the back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, nod your head yes, nod your head no. When you're ready, rise all the way up. Palms pass through the heart, mountain pose. All right, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift on the inhale now. You can step back plank or chaturanga to side plank on the right. Yeah. If you've chosen that, side plank on the left. Maybe there's a chaturanga in between. And then chaturanga up dog, everybody meet in downward facing dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise all the way up. Palms pass through the heart. This is Cha-Cha's song. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe side plank on the right. If you've chosen that, chaturanga to side plank on the left. Chaturanga to cobra or up dog. Everybody meet in downward facing dog for 5 breaths now, 5 breaths. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Mountain pose. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Down dog your way. So you might just step back to down dog. You could go through chaturanga. You could go through chaturanga side plank variation, all choice. Whatever works, works. And then once from down dog, step your right foot forward, spin your back heel down for warrior 1. Reach your right arm up to the sky and reach your left arm forward. And really draw that left arm forward, and notice how that helps draw the left outer hip forward. As the left outer hip draws forward, draw the right outer hip back. So warrior 1. Yeah. Both arms go up. Slightly tuck the tail. Bring those shoulders back, bring the heart up, and then bend that front knee. Take a deep breath in. Down dog your way. Could be chaturanga, could be the side plank variation. You might step on back to down dog and take a few extra breaths between sides. From down dog, left foot steps forward, back heel goes down for warrior 1. Left arm goes up, right arm draws forward. As the right arm reaches forward, the right outer hip draws forward, left outer hip draws back. And then both arms reach up, slightly tuck the tail, lift the heart up to the sky, shoulders are back, then bend that left knee. Nice, big breath in here. Down dog your way, down dog your way. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Again, warrior, we're gonna go Surya Namaskara B with warrior one variations. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Maybe you do the side plant variation or meet in down dog. From down dog, right foot steps forward, warrior one. Find that kind of squareness of the hips. The right outer hip draws back, left outer hip draws forward. Shoulders are back, heart is up. Deep breath in. Down dog your way. Maybe chaturanga, you might float the leg. You might hold plank instead. You might step back to down dog instead. Always choice. Left foot goes forward, warrior one, squaring the hips. Feeling the left outer hip draw back, right outer hip draw forward. Lots of lift in that back arch. Big breath in. Chaturanga maybe. Cobra or up dog. Down dog for a few breaths. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up, mountain. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Chair pose. Continue to breathe in your chair. Just notice. And then you're gonna stand up and bring your right knee with you. Yep. See if you can straighten that right leg out in front. So this is a huge hip strengthener, core strengthener. Lift that knee up again, nice. Fly it back through airplane, which means your chest is a little bit higher than your hips, but we're still gonna square the hips. So that means that right outer hip goes down. Yep, nice. And then land back, warrior one. So warrior one is kind of short. Yeah, nice. And then reach behind your back for opposite wrists or elbows. Straighten your left leg. And then come forward like with a cow back, about halfway down. Yeah, really good. But coming forward, not in the center of your legs, but like you're gonna come forward over that left leg. Nice, Nicole. Yeah, no, Kanti, you had it. Yeah. And then bow the head, bow the head. And head goes toward your shin. So that is pyramid pose, pyramid pose. Yep, looks good, everybody. Okay, so come halfway up again, halfway up. Yeah, and just notice, can you straighten that left leg? And then can you release your hands and reach your left hand up and your right hand down? Left hand up and right hand down. Revolve triangle. So right hand might be touching the left shin or ankle or ground. Yep. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And then frame that left foot. Keep the left leg straightish. Bow toward it. Yep. Yep. Okay, my dears, we're going to come to standing splits, reaching that right leg up. And then maybe you reach behind that left calf with one or both hands. Now there's a real tendency to open the hips here. Can that right outer hip still go down? Yeah, down. Yep. When you're ready, you're going to step way back, crescent lunge, way back. Nice. And then a more supportive low back twist. Twist high. So right arm comes in front. And then see if you can place your right hand to the outer left knee. And really reach behind you. So reaching through those fingertips, maybe looking behind you, drawing the belly in, nice. And then see if maybe you can bring that right elbow and forearm outside the left knee. So it's like you're going to trace your thigh with your forearm. Bring your palms together. Yeah, palms together. Yes, exactly. But instead of the palms being up, the elbows are low. Yeah, exactly, Nicole. And you're trying to trace that left thigh with your right forearm. Yeah. And then frame that front foot, straighten that front leg, and bow. Nice, Kanti. Yeah. Couple breaths here. So a lot on the hips, yeah, a lot on the hamstrings, a lot on the calves. Beautiful. Let's step forward and fold. Step forward and fold. Come all the way up. Mountain pose. And then chair pose. As you come up, left knee lifts. Straighten the leg. Nice. Bend the knee. Fly it back, airplane. And that left outer hip goes down. Good. Landing back, warrior one. So a little bit maybe shorter than your normal warrior one. And reach behind your back for opposite wrists or elbows. Straighten that right leg. Come forward about halfway. Try to keep a cow-like shape to your back. Keep drawing that right outer hip back. Nice. Yep. And then bow your head towards your shin. Pyramid pose. And then come halfway up again. Release your hands. coming to revolve triangle. So right arm up and left arm down, and maybe you touch your shin or your knee or your ankle or the full ground, whatever works. Yep, nice. Draw that right outer hip down and back. Yes, beautiful. One more deep breath in. And then fold forward over that leg. Yeah, a couple breaths there. You can always lift the foot. Next pose, standing splits, standing splits. So you're gonna reach that left leg up. Now you're gonna wanna open your hips. That's just kind of what we wanna do, but we'll try to keep them. How would I know if my hips are level? Try to lead with your inner thigh of that left leg. If you look back, your toes would have to be pointing straight down and not out to the sides. Yeah. And when you're ready, my dears, step way back, crescent lunge. And then twist high, left arm in front. And then place the left hand to the outside of the right knee and reach with those back fingertips. Reach, 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 draw the belly in. And then bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Bring your palms together and trace that thigh with your forearm. Yes, so your elbows stay down low. And it's a different kind of twist for the back. Yep. Breathe here. And then frame that front foot, plank. Lower all the way to the floor. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand and tuck your tail. Draw that heel in toward your booty. Walk the right knee in toward center. Kick into that hand and come to half bow. So you might be on your left forearm, you might lift your left elbow, you might even lift that left arm forward or straight up. And then come back, drawing that heel in toward the booty, tucking the tail. Release that side, bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the foot, draw the heel in toward the booty, draw the knee in toward the center, tuck your tail. Kick, 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 come up to half bow. You might come onto your right forearm. You might lift the elbow or the whole hand. And then coming back, tucking your tail, stretching out through that left quad. And then bend both knees, reach back with both hands, kick both feet into both hands and come up for bow pose. Stay here for about 5 long breaths. When you're ready, release windshield wiper your knees and legs. Coming back to downward facing dog with a little pedal, a little wiggle, a little sway. My dears, let's do some warrior 2 type stuff. So right leg lift, spin the knee and open your hip. Inhale here. Step the foot forward, warrior 2. Straighten that right leg. Reach beyond your toes, triangle pose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. From here, half moon. When you're ready, back to warrior 2. And then interlace the fingers behind the tail. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your heart, breathe in. Humble warrior, let your arms rinse out overhead. You might nudge your right shoulder inside that right knee, crown of the head toward the earth. Draw your right outer hip back. Woo-wee. You might notice some things. Breathe. Come all the way back to warrior 2. And let's see, the left hand goes underneath. Yep, eagle arms, left arm under, eagle arms. Yep. And then back to humble warrior with eagle arms. So kind of going back to that same posture, but now with eagle arms, maybe your head can go in the hands. Yep. Keep your eagle arms, make your way to the long edge of the mat and fold. So you're going to come to eagle armed goddess. You can set your feet first or set your feet second. Inhale, star. Warrior 2 toward the back of your mat. Straighten that left leg, triangle pose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Half moon. Back gently to warrior 2. Interlace the fingers behind your tail, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Humble warrior, let your arms rinse out a little. Left shoulder inside left knee, left outer hip draws back. Mm-hmm. Come back, warrior two. Right arm under, eagle arms. Humble warrior with eagle arms. You might hold your head in your hands. Draw that left outer hip back. Keep your eagle arms. Turn toward the long edge of your mat. Fold forward. Eagle armed goddess. Set your feet first or second, whatever feels more useful. Inhale, star. And then set your feet to point toward the long edge of your mat. Fold forward where you might stay or you might go to headstand. Come back if you're in headstand. And then halfway lift, and we'll kind of just walk yourself toward the front of your mat, framing that right foot, down dog your way. From down dog, left leg lifts. Bend your knee and open your hip. Inhale here. Draw that knee forward for pigeon pose. So in pigeon at first, you're going to walk yourself up onto that front leg. And then see if maybe you can bend the back knee. Reach back with one or both hands for that foot. And kick the foot into the hand. Yeah. Yep. Great. So keep hold of that right foot or ankle with your right hand. Release your left and come forward and draw that heel in toward your booty. Oh dear, breathe. When you're ready, release that foot. Ooh, come forward, still in your pigeon, still in your pigeon. Just release the foot. And then, my friends, back to downward facing dog. You could pedal, you could sway, whatever feels useful. And then right knee pigeon. We've already opened the hip on that side. All right, walking yourself up onto that front thigh, bending the back knee if possible, reaching back with one or both of your hands. Kick the foot into the hands. Keep hold of that left foot with your left hand. Release the right. Come forward into pigeon. Draw that heel in toward your butte. Squaring those hips, not for the faint of heart. Oh dear. Breathe. Release that back foot. Come forward into that pigeon pose. Couple more breaths here. And then make your way back to downward facing dog. All right, friends, the big old hip opener now. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Bring your back heel down and walk your left shoulder underneath your left knee. Touch your left foot with your left hand or interlace the fingers around that left foot. Maybe your elbows touch the ground, maybe they do not. I know it's kind of crazy, but even remember a 1 millimeter of a movement. Try to bring your left outer hip down and back. Breathe. What I love about this particular hip opener is you cannot collapse into it. And so it is both strengthening and stretching. So it's really great for those of us who kind of are hypermobile, need to work on strength, as well as those of us who could use a little more flexibility. Okay, down dog. You might lift that leg up and shake it out. And then we'll work with the right side. So lift the right leg. You can open that hip. Step it to the outside of the right hand. Back heel down, right shoulder walks underneath right knee, right hand grabs right foot, or you interlace the hands and come onto your forearms if possible. And just breathe and notice. And remember, 1 millimeter can make a difference. Right outer hip down and back. Breathe, feel, notice. Okay, release, come back to down dog. You might take that leg up, shake it out. All right, friends. So one more thing here, back to the left leg, lift it up. Step it to the outside of the left hand, but bring your right knee down to the ground. Place your left hand on that left thigh, nudge that knee open. Send your hips forward, forward, forward. And then see if you can bend the right knee, reach back. And at first, it's a back bend. You're kicking the foot into the hand. You're feeling the opening. You're letting that left knee open. You might be on the pinky toe edge side of the left foot. And then what might be more challenging, you're gonna draw the heel in toward the booty and square the shoulders. So yeah, it's again the front of that right quad and hip flexor. Great. And then release the foot and come onto your forearms. And then let that left knee really open as far as it will. And then see if you can lift the right knee up and push through the right heel. Good. Another version of lizard. Now, friends, bring that right knee back down to the earth. Come on to fingertips all the way up. And then heel toe that left leg in. Straighten the left leg. And then think cow. Imagine that your heart is going to go to your big toe. Your right hand might reach for the pinky toe edge side of that left foot and draw it back. Yeah. And then bend that knee again. So you can go back and forth between this low lunge and straightening the leg, or Hanumanasana, the splits. Awesome. And then draw that heel back in slowly. Get back to sitting back on your heels. Nice. Few breaths here. All right, friends. Down dog. Right leg lifts, open your hip. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left knee goes down to the earth. Place your right hand on that right inner thigh, nudge it open, come to the pinky toe edge side of that right foot, and then see if you can bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand, kick the foot into the hand. It's a bit of a back bend as you lean back, you're really letting that right knee open. And then drawing that heel in toward the booty as you square your shoulders down to the earth. And then release the foot. Come onto your forearms. Let that right knee open, open, open. And then see if you can lift the left knee up and push through the heel. Put the left knee down. Come on to fingertips. Heel toe the right leg in. Straighten the right leg. Left hand reaches across for the pinky toe edge side of the right foot. Draw that foot towards you. Draw your heart towards your big toe. And then you might come back and forth between low lunge and half splits, or land somewhere along the way for Hanumanasana. And then coming back, sitting back on your heels, sitting back on your heels. Ooh-wee. And just notice how you feel in your hips and your hamstrings, the front of your hips, the outer hips. Then coming onto your backs, my dears, coming onto your backs. So we're going to do an IT band stretch here. So drawing your knees into your chest and then twisting to the right. As the knees go down, straighten the legs. So they're going out. Yep. Walk your bottom leg a little bit forward of the top and then cross your ankles and flex your feet and push them against one another. And then drawing your knees back into center and twisting over to the left, straightening the legs, bringing the bottom leg in front and then crossing the ankles. Coming back to center, my dears, and then either shoulder stand or legs up the wall or a block underneath your sacrum and legs up to the sky. Legs up the couch, legs up the bed, whatever you got. Knees can bend too, yep. When you're ready, Savasana corpse pose. When you're ready, my dears, coming back to a seated pose. Feeling gratitude for these sweet bodies. These hips and these thighs, this low back. Being able to move. Let's bring our palms to our heart in whatever shape feels useful right now, and thank these sweet bodies for all they do. May our actions support the freedom and happiness of all beings in some way. And may we remember that as we move forward with our day. In the spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Pas. In the spirit of our collective, truth, liberation, ultimately that same sentiment of freedom and happiness for all beings, we say, Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be, Kapu Aloha, En Lakach, Satnam, Namaste, Matakwiasan, Black Lives Matter,